Hey guys, how's it going? Here with the Hero Shaddoll deck profile. Let's get right into it. Very standard 3 Beast, 2 Dragon, 2 Squamata, 1 Hedgehog, and 1 Falco. Now this is really, the real standard build is with 2 Hedgehogs. I run 1 because I found myself not using this card a lot. It has saved me once, putting a Shaddoll back in my hand so I can Shaddoll Fusion. And also, I found myself not using Falco a lot. I'm not gonna lie, this has saved me a game or two from recycling my Shaddoll cards from the graveyard. However, it's really just there for Black Rose. Taking out any of these two and putting in another Dragon, I might test that out because Dragon helps me a lot by getting rid of back row. Alright, and some more standard cards. We got 3 Mathematicians. Then, now the hero part of this, we're going to go into 3 Shadow Mist and 3 Alias. Now the Alias is just there for searching out once Shadow Mist hits the graveyard. Also for Mass Change, for BLS, Construct. It's a good, strong, level 4 light type monster to have. And then we have the 1 BLS, just in case, 3000 beater, great effect. And 2 Summoner Monks to get to Shadow Mist as fast as possible. Now for the spells, we have 3 Shaddoll Fusion and 2 El Shaddoll Fusion. Most decks run 3. I had to make room for other spell cards like Regeki, Book of Moon, which are amazing cards. So I dropped this down to 1. Really no big of a difference. I recycle a lot of my Shaddoll Fusions back, so it's not really that big of a deal, and it actually helps out with having extra versatile spell cards in the deck. Then we have 3 A Hero Lives and 3 Mass Change. A Hero Lives, definitely run 3. Fastest way to Shadow Mist, fastest way to Dark Law. When I side deck and I drop this down to 2, I almost never see it, so having 3 in the deck is a must. And Mass Change 2 is just a definite must in the deck. You can't run Mass Change 1. 2 Miracle Fusions. This card is amazing, and I've top decked this card so many times, and it's saved my ass countless times. And for the 1 of spells, we have Foolish Burial, awesome. Allure, pretty basic. If you have suggestions on what to switch out for this, feel free to comment on what to add. But I'm pretty sure these are the best cards to have for a Shaddoll hero deck. We have 1 Snatch Steal, pretty basic, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Regeki. Now these 3 cards I feel like every deck must run. I've top deck Regeki and OTK'd with what I have on the field. Book of Moon has saved my life from anti-meta decks. I've used it on my own cards like Falco to keep recycling when I'm down. And Snatch Steal is just, it's an amazing card. It fucks any deck over, especially Cleafort, so that's an amazing card. And the 1 Trap, the almighty, the all-powerful Shaddoll Core. I've never run this card. This is pretty much just to recycle a Shaddoll Fusion back. Now time for the extra deck. Pretty basic. We have 1 Black Rose, a must-have, 1 Castell, and 1 Abyss Dweller. Now this is the only Synchro and XC cards we use in this deck. Self-explanatory, none of these cards really need an introduction or explaining. Then we have 3 Shaddoll Construct, 2 Winda, and 1 Shekinnaga. Now Shekinnaga I took out for a while, and I didn't start the deck off with this card, but I've had numerous occasions of where I'm stuck with a Mathematician on the field, a Shaddoll card in my hand, and I have no way of bringing out Shadow Mist or Dark Law, so I get stuck with this card. This is a great card. It's just a way for me to not get stuck with Mathematician, because having Mathematician destroyed and drawing a card is not really what I care for. It's the sending a card to graveyard and then making Shekinnaga or Dion, which is important to me. And then the standard 2 Winda and 3 Construct. Now for the hero aspect of the extra deck. to Dark Law. I've seen Dark Shaddoll or Dark Hero deck profiles, other deck profiles that run 3 of this card. I feel that's too cloggy. I feel 2 is perfect. I've only once had 2 on the field, and I've almost never had one destroyed and the second one destroyed in the same game. I always have these cards perfect. 2 is the perfect number. I honestly don't think you need to run 3 unless you're running a pure hero deck or something else. We have the 1 Koga, awesome card, 1 Dion. Now this, once again, this is for when I get stuck with Mathematician and I don't have Shaddoll cards, and it's vice versa. I have the Mass Change 2 or Summoner Monk and a spell. This is just a way to not get stuck with Mathematician, because I've had a hand where I got 3 Mathematicians in the same hand and it was just awful. So this was a perfect way to get out of that. As for the Elemental Heroes, I run 1 Shining and 1 Contrast Hero Chaos. Shining is a must. I get this card out every single game unless I just completely dominate the first turn and they scoop, or I just OTK the second or third turn. This card is a must. You have to run this. Contrast Hero Chaos. This is in testing right now. I used to have a Elemental Hero Escuridao instead, and I almost never used it. The effect is great for a pure hero deck, but with Shaddolls, it's hard to find Elemental Heroes in the graveyard when you have Escuridao out, and it's just a 2500 beater. The effect doesn't really give it that great of a boost. I've never brought out Contrast Hero Chaos, but I feel like a lot of decks have answers now to Dark Law and answers to Koga and Dion. So if ever 2 of those cards get stuck in the grave, I have a perfect card to bring out in Mass Change. So this is in testing. So that's the deck profile, guys. If you have any suggestions, any comments, or if you just want to give your opinion on this deck, please feel free to comment below and I'll try to answer them as much as I can. Like, subscribe, comments, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.